Hey, and welcome back to Touch News Media. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. To those ones that haven't yet subscribed, kindly subscribe and turn on the bell so that you don't miss out on anything that we upload. Well, many of us do not know how and when exactly the beef between young Dolph and Yogotti started, with all that is going on following the tragic death of young Dolph and recently Yogotti's brother Big Joke. A lot of people are asking me in comment section. Just now, I just wouldn't hesitate to share this video with you. I want us to listen to all this carefully, meditate about all the instances that happened, and give us your thoughts on what you think. But in my own opinion, beef cannot solve beef, and killing cannot solve anything. I just wish each one of us advocates for peace, cause at the end of the day, peace and kindness is all that the world needs. Let us watch this video and see you later.
The impact of Big Juke's death on Yo Gotti's music and creative process is yet to be fully understood. The loss of a loved one can inspire artists to channel their emotions into their work, creating music that reflects their pain, resilience, and growth. It remains to be seen how Yo Gotti will navigate this deeply personal tragedy and how it will shape his future artistic endeavors. The loss of Big Juke is not only a personal tragedy for Yo Gotti and his family, but also a stark reminder of the ongoing violence that plagues communities. The investigation into the shooting is ongoing, and authorities are urging anyone with information to come forward and assist in bringing the perpetrators to justice. Tragedy can strike, leaving loved ones and fans grappling with grief and unanswered questions. As the investigation into Big Juke's death continues, the hope is that justice will be served and that incidents like these will spark conversations about the need for change. The hip-hop community has faced its fair share of losses over the years, and each tragedy serves as a call to action to address the root causes of violence and create safer environments for artists and their communities. The world of hip-hop is no stranger to rivalries and conflicts, but few have been as intense and long-standing as the feud between Yo Gotti and young Dolph. These two Memphis-based rappers found themselves on opposite sides of a bitter divide, with tensions escalating over the years. The origins of their conflict can be traced back to a clash of egos and territorial disputes within the Memphis music scene. As both artists gained popularity and success, their paths inevitably crossed, leading to a collision course that would have far-reaching consequences. The tension between Yo Gotti and young Dolph played out in the public eye, with diss tracks, social media jabs, public confrontations, and even active shootings becoming the norm. Fans and industry insiders alike were drawn into the drama, taking sides and fueling the fire. The feud between Yo Gotti and young Dolph reached its boiling point when young Dolph was tragically shot and killed in 2021. The news sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community, leaving many to wonder if the former had any involvement in the incident. Rumors and speculation spread like wildfire, with some suggesting that the conflict between both rappers had finally turned deadly. However, it is important to note that there is no concrete evidence linking Yo Gotti to the murder, and the investigation into young Dolph's death is still ongoing. Despite the lack of evidence, the tragic death of young Dolph only intensified the speculation and conspiracy theories surrounding Yo Gotti. Some fans and online communities began to connect the dots, drawing their own conclusions about the events that had unfolded. While the hip-hop industry was still reeling from the death of young Dolph, they were once again left shocked when news broke of Big Juke's tragic and untimely death. The fatal shooting outside a restaurant in Memphis sent shockwaves through the music industry and left a void that would be felt for years to come. As the hip-hop community mourned the loss of yet another talented artist, the impact of Big Juke's death reverberated far beyond the streets of Memphis. Fans, fellow musicians, and industry insiders all grappled with the devastating loss and the unanswered questions surrounding his murder. The shooting added a new layer of intrigue to Yo Gotti and the late young Dolph's feud, with many speculating about the motives behind the attack. Some believed it was a direct result of the ongoing beef between young Dolph and Yo Gotti, claiming that Big Juke's death was a revenge shooting for the murder of young Dolph. However, others believe that Big Juke's shooting may have been a separate incident unrelated to their feud. The investigation into the shooting is ongoing, and the full details have yet to be revealed. Overall, the lives and deaths of Anthony Mims, aka Big Juke, and young Dolph have left an indelible mark on the hip-hop community. Their stories are a reminder of the triumphs and tragedies that can accompany fame and success. The feuds, conflicts, and untimely deaths have have sparked speculation, conspiracy theories, and calls for change within the music industry. As fans mourn the loss of these talented artists, they also reflect on the need for unity, collaboration, and the end of violence. The investigations into their deaths continue, and the search for justice and truth remains ongoing. Through it all, their legacies live on, inspiring future generations of artists to embrace their unique voices and strive for a better, safer industry. Hip-hop violence. The deaths of Big Juke and Young Dolph serve as haunting reminders of the dangerous reality faced by artists in this cutthroat industry. Their tragic demise has sent shockwaves through the music community, forcing us to confront the harsh truth about the perils that lurk behind the glitz and glamour. To understand the current state of violence in the rap industry, we must delve into its origins. Rap music, born out of the streets of New York City in the 1970s, was initially a form of self-expression and a means to shed light on the struggles of marginalized communities. It provided a platform for artists to voice their frustrations and share their experiences with the world. However, as rap gained popularity and commercial success in the 1980s and 1990s, a darker side began to emerge. The rise of gangster rap, characterized by its gritty lyrics and tales of street life, brought violence to the forefront of the genre of the neighborhoods they grew up in.
Now, to those ones that did not know who Young Dolph was, Young Dolph's original name was Adolph Thompson Jr. and he was born on the 27th of July 1985. He was killed on the 17th of November 2021 in Memphis. He was born of Illinois, United States, and he left behind a wife that is Mia Jane and 2 kids. He was such a great rapper, and he wouldn't only rap, but he did a lot of charities. He was a kind person. He was an inspiration to so many lives. A promising rapper, but he was loved both locally and internationally. His death shocked social media platforms, and until now, it is still a trending story. A lot of people ask themselves when the justice for Young Dolph shall be served. They cannot wait to hear what the trials shall bring. Prior to Young Dolph's killing, there was an ongoing beef between him and Gotti. Remember, Young Dolph rose to prominence single-handedly from grace to grace. He never had any record label that he was working under. He rose from grace to grace all by himself, just like I have said. He was the CEO of PRE and yogotti. His enemy in the industry is the CEO of CMG, and he was working with his brother Big Juke that was recently killed. A lot was going on between the two, that in one way or the other there are allegations that Big Juke and yogotti involved in the murder of Young Dolph. Whether this is true or not, we shall not make any speculations until the judges come out and give us more updates about the trial. We still pray for all the families, even Big Juke's family, because he is not here, and who are we to judge the dead? We cannot judge the living and again judge the dead. However, if you do something, karma will follow you. If it doesn't follow you, it will haunt your children. If it doesn't haunt your children, it will haunt your family members. In everything that you do, remember there is karma. Stop violence, stop misusage of weapons, stop hating on people to an extent of thinking that you cannot live when they are still living. It cannot take us anywhere. Drop us your comments on what you think and what lessons that you learned in all this tragedy in the comment section, and kindly keep the comments respectful. You are watching Touch News Media, and please consider subscribing and turning on the bell so that you don't miss out on anything that we upload. I love you guys, and remember to keep yourself safe. Bye bye.